Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. I'm going to give you that little video I told you. It's going to be a real short one too, about varying different spot prices that you may see on different websites and different pages, depending on where you go. And why does this happen? Well, this happens because all these companies, some of them pay for a certain subscription. I'm going to start with Kitco here, but some of them pay for a certain, let's say, feed that comes into their web server or whatever they're running their website through, and they have an algorithm or something that figures out and adds up the spot prices. Sometimes they add a little bit on, sometimes they subtract a little bit, but I know that there's certain programs or algorithms that they derive their prices from. And sometimes they just run them direct from a platform. Like Kitco, I believe, might have their own live spot prices and might actually stream them out. Or maybe they get them from, well, obviously they get them from somewhere else. They have to get them from COMEX or wherever the futures prices are coming from. So they have that live streaming from somewhere. And either they do it or another service does it for them. And then they change it and they add a little bit, they move a little bit. And the reason I wanted to bring this up because a lot of times there's such fine differences in the price of gold and silver between one company and another. You may think, well, man, they got it for $5 or $10 cheaper, but the fact is that their gold price and their silver price is off by $5 or $10. There might be off by 25 cents or a couple pennies even on silver. And I want to kind of show you this. And so here's Kitco, probably one of the older and most familiar with many people on spot prices. And let's take a look at what their spot prices are. I'm going to do a little refresh up here. And that, it looks like 1944.10, 27.54, and 9.11. But let's stick with silver and gold right now. So 1944.10, 27.54. Let's go over to another precious metal dealers. That's one of the more popular ones online, and let's do a refresh on that. By the way, I'll beat prices or match or beat all the prices on all these people too, so don't worry about that. I don't mind showing you the websites, but I want to show you the discrepancies and the difference in the prices. So 27.54, minor difference there in silver with Kitco. 1944 versus 1951. Well, there's a $6 difference. Well, no, why aren't they the same? Aren't we all dealing with the same exact prices? No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way, folks. But this is something you need to know when you're out price shopping and when you're looking at these different sites. Look at the differences in the spot prices they show. These are not official spot prices. Remember that. They can all be different from different feeds, or they can kind of slightly alter themselves to fit in their favor. And let's take another look at another big seller out there. And again, like I said, I'm not worried about showing you these. I will meet or beat the prices on most all these sellers right here if I have the product or I can get the product. So let's take a look at here what they're showing. 27.57. And none of them are showing the same silver price, 27.55, but they're only off by pennies, but I've seen it off by a lot more than pennies before, and 27.54. But still, you notice none of them are the same. Let's take a look at the gold price with APMEX here. 19.50.57. And again, I'll do a quick refresh here just to make, oh no, that's JM. I'll do a quick refresh here just to make sure that we're being fair. 19.50.57. And actually, boy, man, those two just hooked up right, JM, boy. And you know what that tells me? Give me 1 second. APMEX is different. Yes, they are still different. But what that tells me is, let me think, that this company right here, SD, let me do an update. SD and JM are using the same company to get their feed. You notice that? Their prices are exactly the same. APMEX is not. APMEX is using a different company or using their own feed with their own algos, as is Kitco, as you see at 944.10. And this all applies to silver. So no, all these spot prices are not alike. And if you're using any of these individual companies to use your spot prices, listen, I can't fault them for what they're doing. This is kind of a fickle area right here, bids and ask, and even for the professionals, we have issues sometimes getting good spot prices. But I can tell you this, they all do differ, and this makes a significant difference in the product cost. So you know what I recommend? I have seen the professionals. Now here's the website. Now don't spend the money to go here, all right? I'm going to bring you over here. Do not, this is terrible of me not to tell you to spend money. If you're a multi-million-dollar precious metal dealer and trader, you can subscribe to this platform. I'm sure it's a great platform. However, I wouldn't recommend it. It's very expensive. But what does Fast Markets offer that I have noticed some major dealers, major bullion dealers, have used this website to price their product? And I guess that really means that they trust Fast Markets put out a good product. But you would go to this page, you'd go, well, where the hell is their spot? What the hell's going on here? Difficult to find, but go to fastmarkets.com. You see fastmarkets.com. And I want you to go up here. You see where I'm going? Metals and mining. They got base metals, ores, and alloys. And actually, it's a very interesting site, but please don't pay for content unless you're doing way more than I am. I don't even pay for the content here. I'm not doing the level of stuff that I need to know what they got here, and I don't think you do either. I'm not trying to be presumptuous. But anyway, I want you to go to their site. This is I think, the best site you can go to for getting kind of fairly accurate prices here. Although we use a different site at our store, which we pay for, and I'll show you that in a minute as well. But for you, on your telephones or at home, I think this is as accurate as you're going to get. So anyway, go up to Metals and Mining on their page, go to Precious Metals, and then you can check out news there. I ought to check out their news section as well, because I do like Fast Market News. I think they're very technical people, and I like what they do. But anyway, go to gold. And it's so archaic. I mean, look, it's one page. It's just one page. But look, there's your spot prices, the bid and ask price. And this is probably more accurate than what you're seeing here. Now, ready? I'm going to update here at Fast Markets. That's the bid and ask prices right there. And I think that's probably, you can use both. You can just kind of go in between there and figure somewhere in between there is as close as you're going to get for free, for a free price. So somewhere in between this price is kind of like the bid and ask. And again, there'll always be a little bit over this, a little bit under that. And we use a different site. I'll show you where our site is. And actually, this is closed right now. But if you look, you'll see 143.56 and 134.40. So that's a low right there. We're at 143.56. So our site is kind of right in there. I like Fast Markets. I think that if you're going to look at precious metals prices, use that as a guideline. And remember that all the sites are going to be slightly different. But this is seemingly because, like I said, I have seen major large bullion dealers use this site as a guideline. And again, even major dealers and dealers like myself. I like to call myself a major dealer, but you know, I'm not a supplier. I am actually I'm face to face with you guys. I buy from these major suppliers that you cannot buy from, not to be disrespectful. But anyways, this is what I would recommend. And Fast Markets also has, you go back up to the same page, you can open these in two different pages probably, or split screens if you like. They have silver as well. Let's take a look and see what they have as silver. 27.41, 27.46. So there's like a 5-cent spread there. Let's see what they have as silver up here. 27.55. So you can see, you know, there's a substantial difference there. And pennies make a difference. Pennies add up. We all know that. If you don't watch the pennies, that you'll never add up your dollars, or you'll never get your dollars or enough dollars. I really screwed that one up. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, this is really what I wanted to show you here, all the different spot prices, and they are not all equals. They can be substantially different. And I have seen bigger spreads than $10 on gold. I have seen bigger spreads than just a few cents on silver amongst these sets or different sites. My recommendation for free, stick with fastmarkets.com. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for the service. And I'm sure they like the clicks on their page, even though I don't see any advertising there. No less. Good place to go. So that's it. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals, with that little promised update that I'd give you about a free site to go to that gave you a fairly accurate gold and silver price that you could use and trust. So I guess that's about it. Make sure you look at my other videos, please, and make sure you subscribe to my videos. And any questions that you have, please put them in the comments section below, and I promise we will answer them. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a great day.